Welcome everybody to the Brother Speak podcast. This is Brother Speak. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Oh boy. Man, so many stuff going on and these YouTube streets that it's just amazing. Um Priscilla is still the hot topic. Um did a D Darrell did a live stream yesterday, and me, um, BMT, Chaos Rain, AP for the Bronx, Fate Factor, and Miss Sunkiss was on there, and we were discussing Priscilla. And the biggest thing is we're talking about, is Priscilla equal to Kevin Samuels? Um, so that was an interesting conversation. I'll probably put the link in the description of the channel so y'all can go check that out. It was a very interesting conversation, and a lot of people made good points, and so we could check that out. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the first thing really I want to talk about, if you see it on the title, no friends on YouTube. We're learning more and more that really you ain't got no friends on YouTube, and these people here will, if you say something wrong or did something, whether justly or unjustly do something, um, they'll try to bury you and in the dirt and accuse you of certain things. And it's a sad state. So I was looking at Bombcherry's live stream a couple of days ago, and I'm looking at it like that. She had the title that Balla X is antique. Now, I know that her and Auntie got into it or something about that, something about her sewing business or something like that, and he's trying to take credit for building it up. And I guess he said some other things, so she went in on him. Apparently, I know that her and Balla X had an issue. Balla X doing what Balla X usually does, clip stuff and put it back up there. I guess she didn't take too kindly to that. So I guess a couple of days ago, Balla X put out a clip of her, quote unquote, getting exposed by Preem, saying how she's just not a good person or anything like that. So, and I guess that came after she roasted Auntie over something. Don't know. I don't follow it like that. But the reason why I'm even talking about it, because I'm like, she put out there that Balla X is Auntie. And I'm trying to remember, last time I checked, Balla X got doxxed already. This is way early in his YouTube career. I think he did a video on GMT and Grandmaster Troll and top I guess making fun of the fact that he got with Neon Eyes, the same chick that accused, well, she didn't well, she told somebody that Game Chaser raped her, and you know, to her defense, she did not she didn't bring this out. She told Cluster B, and she brought that out to everybody, basically lying. And so Neon Eyes had to come out and say, no, that's not what happened. And so he started dating her. I guess they still together. I don't know. I guess they still together. So, people been clowning him about that. You dealing with the chick who basically tried to get a dude hemmed up. And so I guess GMT didn't take that too well. So he ended up doxing him. And I'm like, I'm looking at the picture. He even put it on his channel, the picture of him. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a light skinned guy. Where Auntie is dark skinned. They didn't look alike. So I'm trying to figure out, like, where is this coming from? It's like people forgot or something. I don't know. I guess people they just make up stuff. I mean, is it a possibility that NT is Balla X? Because I mean, that's the name of the channel. Anybody can do it. So, but I'm just thinking, oh, like, well, wait a second, like, Balla X been doxxed already. He had the picture up there, and if anything, y'all really want to know, I mean, you can ask GMT. So for her to be saying that uh Balla X and NT when he's already been doxxed, it seems kind of silly. But this YouTube, and we know that if it's not in the front of everybody's mind, it gets forgotten for the most part. Especially new people don't care. And if your favorite YouTuber says that's what it is, people gonna believe it. I mean, it's happened before. People say it's something about certain people, and then people ran with it, and then it's found out it's not true, and nobody apologizes or anything. It just, eh. So, um, that was really sad, man. But that's how it goes on YouTube. So another thing that I saw, another thing that just showed me that you ain't got no friends. She started going in on hey, Sexy Red, how you doing? She started going in on Joe W. And I'm like, wait a second. Joe and her used to be cool. Joe used to go over there all the time. And he's not really on that manosphere stuff. That he talk against the manosphere. Some of these red pill dudes. So I didn't get the whole going after him because I guess because he's hanging with those guys over there, so he must be manosphere. I'm like, no offense, everybody go over to the manosphere, even just to criticize them or troll them. So I don't know why you got a big stench over him going over there, unless they're feuding. I don't know. But I'm like, why is she going in on him? Because he hanging out with AJ and Reg and them. I'm like, dude, Joe W be everywhere. Joe W be on the pro black side. He be going over to I I think I remember he would go on Nile and Taz. He would go in the Mansfield spots. He'd go. I've seen him everywhere. So it's like I don't understand where now all of a sudden you got a hissy fit over him being in. Hey Tampa, what's up, man? What's up? So I don't know what why is people tripping. Well, I mean, why is she tripping over him going over there? And then I guess this was AJ's live stream. AJ seen red for people who don't know. And I guess he made a comment that well, marriage is not what it's cracked up to be. And she was going in him about that. Well, why he doing that? And he married. I'm like, no offense, but aren't, uh, aren't you the one telling some of these women don't get married? Don't you got women in your channel who's tell don't marry these dudes and all of that stuff? So I'm like, I'm trying to understand. So if the guy said, which he would have more reason to say than anybody because he been married, and I think he's still married. So I don't get why she tripping over the fact that he said that. And like, You got women over there that you cool with that said don't get married. You got. I'm like, so what is the problem? It's just like I said, you don't have no friends on YouTube because you say something or you hang with certain people. All of a sudden, you public enemy number one for no reason. I just I took kind of offense to that only because I know how I've talked to this guy and he's talked heavily against the manosphere. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean it's just that's how they do. And like I said, I took offense to that only because I'm like, this dude has really never talked negatively about women. He's always talked against the manosphere from the conversations I've had with him. He's not on that bullshit, but he's through one topic and all of a sudden you want to bury him. And he's been a big supporter of her. So it's kind of like you throwing him under the bus for what? Because he on Reg's channel, AJ's channel. This dude be everywhere. And let's keep it fair. You over there on the Lapeef network, and you know how those dudes get down. You know how they treat black women, but you going over there. You go into these other spaces. But it's okay. But Joe W does it. You got a problem? I don't like that. I don't like it, but it just show you ain't got no friends on YouTube. Really, you don't. Oh, you over there. You must agree with them. I'm like, dude, I go wherever I want to go. I'm like, somebody try to question me about where I go. I'm like, nah, but and then try to bury me because I'm over there on a channel. Oh, by the way, she's been over there on Reg's channel. So what's the problem? It's this YouTube shit is be weird, man. It'd be weird. But that's how people do. People be you go over to a channel. Oh, you must be manosphere. Oh, one woman said agree. I think that happened with you, Sexy Red. If you still here, she went on you because you was like, hey, I'm not gonna accuse a dude of being a pedo unless I actually see some evidence of him being a pedo. And then they calling Sexy Red, she male identified and all that. I'm like, for what? She which is some truth to that. No, I'm not gonna call somebody a pedo unless I see he's an actual pedo. But meanwhile, her and her group have an actual pedo in the chat on the panel talking to him. What are we doing here? I mean that's the hypocritical stuff that I can't stand. I'm like, you're gonna shit on somebody. There is no evidence that he being a pedo. Yeah, it's kind of weird he going in on the daughter, but guess what? He's going in on her to get at Denini. That don't mean he wanted her or nothing like that. You ain't got no evidence of saying any of that. But he's grooming her. What the fuck how is he grooming her if he's straight dissing her? And she might be doing some fuck shit that her mama don't know. And like sometimes I think people are so sensitive on shit. It's like, yes, a lot of dudes are pedos. Yes, indeed. But don't confuse some dude who's really like concerned or being petty for being a pedo. That's stuff. Some of they do too much. When then literally there's no history of him doing that. Because let's face it, if Denini thought he was a pedo, she would have said so, but she didn't. But it's fucking weird, man. But that's that side over there. That's why I'm like, I'm cool. I don't like the hypocrisy over there. All them women way too hypocritical, and I'm like, I'm good. That's why when at your potential, like, hey, you support Bombcherry, I'm like, nope. I go over there, I listen, I might comment in the chat, but that's about it. I don't support her one way or the other. Because, like I said, she's very hypocritical. Those people over there are hypocritical. And, I don't, look, that's their thing. More power to them. But when I see some hypocritical stuff, I'm like, man, I'm cool. I'm cool on that shit. I'm trying to hear that shit. That's not what I need to listen to. You know. Then another thing that happened, Mackbone got exposed. I was like, damn, man, you just ruined your whole YouTube career. So apparently he was on AJ's platform. I guess they were using Zoom. And I guess he didn't know how to turn out the camera. And when I initially heard him, I think maybe the first time I heard him was on Faith Channel when they had that whole thing with Derek Jackson. And I heard him talk, dark voice talking about masculinity, femininity. I said, okay, it is what it is. So, and I've heard him on other channels, he one of the dudes in the manosphere. He talked about women and men and stuff like that. So I'm like, it is what it is. I'm like, that's what his stick. So what it is what it is. I think he even came on Sexy Red's channel, and he been over there. People calling him simp for simping over there. And, it is what it is. You talk to a woman on a platform, you're a simp. I pay no mind. So anyway, he was up there on AJ's channel, and I guess he didn't know how to cut the camera off. I guess they were using Zoom, and guess what? We saw him, and I'm like, whoa, bro. I was not prepared for what he looked like. He's just this fat dude. I was like, dude, you just ruined your whole YouTube career. It's over. He be the smooth talking person. You look at the voice, you're like, oh, because I'm listening to the voice, I'm like, damn, he must be like looking like Big Dude 24 over there on the fourth quarter talk. I was not expecting him to look like that. Big fat dude with and Bomb was up going in on talking about his titties. He got big old titties. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, yeah, he just ruined his career. It's over. But the funny thing is, HA could easily, if he saw with the camera on, you could easily not show him. So even if you saw that, you could have easily not show him and not put him on the big screen. So again, like I said, there ain't no friends on YouTube. These people will expose you for no good reason. And that's fucking tragic, man. I was looking at it like, dude, you couldn't cut that shit off. You couldn't not show him at all. I mean, but again, that's what happens when you talk that talk. You represent. You better look the part. Y'all look at my face. Y'all see what I look like, but I don't try to represent this this alpha or this masculine man like that. I'm just a guy. That's all I am. I don't represent nothing over here. I don't represent the tough guy. I don't represent nothing. I'm just who I am. And so everybody see what I look like, see how I talk. So I'm not worried about somebody trying to, oops, the camera's off. Uh-oh. Like, no. No, yeah, I ain't got to worry about that. Remember my career getting yanked. Not that I really have one, but it's just like, no, I don't want, like, gotta be careful. If you're gonna be putting out a role, if you're gonna do that, then you gotta really be careful. You gotta know what you're doing with this YouTube stuff, because if you not careful and you get exposed and you're not living the life that you're supposed to be living, what people are gonna roast the shit out of you. I mean, hell, that happened to Auntie. Look, they still showing that picture that allegedly he showed to. Well, I guess not allegedly he did. He showed to Rob B. I'm like, damn, that shit. And about that, because apparently that he up there showed pictures of a vagina to everybody, that's foul. I don't care who it is. That's some foul shit. But I'm still trying to figure out how he even got those pictures. I thought she was married, but anyway, I'm YouTube relationships be weird like that, and people be saying they, oh, these men don't run me or nothing like that. And next thing you know, you find out they had an actual relationship and some crazy shit going on. It's fucking weird, but it is what it is. Um, the other thing that like I said, we had that whole discussion yesterday about Priscilla and Kevin Samuels, and people are looking at Priscilla as their counter to Kevin Samuels. That the it's as Faith put it, as karma for Kevin. They were throwing Kevin in their faces. Now we got Priscilla in their faces, and I'm like, don't y'all have a comma? That was Derek Jackson. He was their comma, really. But what do I know? But they were trying to say that Priscilla is equal to Kevin Samuels, and I'm kind of like, how? Well, Priscilla's making money on here. Okay, how do you know that? Well, she said. Okay, she says that. That don't mean it's true. Well, she put this up and put that up. You know how many people lie on Instagram faking the funk? I'm like, you got Instagram models fake the funk. You got dudes who fake they six figures, and really they either driving an Uber or a fucking barber. People lie all the time, so that doesn't say nothing. Hell, Kevin Samuels, we was thinking he was getting that big money. And really, he really didn't get really any big money until I think a year before he died. So I mean, so what does that even mean? So if you want to say she's presenting an image like Kevin, okay, yeah, I can give you that one. Now they were saying, well, Priscilla, her daughter loves her. She's around her all the time. She loves her, and I'm like, well, hold up. Remember, Master P had his son Romeo around him all the time. He was bigging him up. You saw him in all these different commercials. And just last year, he came out and said, "Yeah, my dad was stealing my money." He literally buried Master P on social media. So listen, look, the girl's she's a young girl. We don't know what's going to happen when she get adult. I mean, like uh the chick that wrote The Color Purple, her daughter came out and said, "Yeah, my mother didn't fuck with me like that." Diana Ross' daughter said, "Yeah, my mother didn't really fuck with me like that." So it's kind of like, listen, look, I know y'all wanna champion her. I get it. She's telling these dudes off. I get it. But come on now, slow it down. She's not there yet. Oh, well, Priscilla's all over the place. Well, so is Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels dead, and he still people see his people still clip his stuff. People still show his stuff. And again, Kevin's been in the mainstream, like real mainstream. He's talking the future. What's the highest that Priscilla's got to? Charleston White? I mean, I'm sorry, like they not equal. A lot of people don't. People listen. Nobody takes Charleston White seriously, but people take Future seriously. People take Nicki Minaj seriously. That's the mainstream. What you got, Charleston White? Sorry, hey, I'm sorry. We not there. She's not there yet. Not saying she can't, but she's not there yet. Of course, then we're talking about, well, look at her legacy, look at his. She got 3 books. You know how many of these women that's defending Priscilla has not even read her books? She got 3 books out there. Do y'all know what books they are? I don't know what books they are. A lot of these women, even Verbal, who was defending her like 2 weeks ago, she even said, well, I haven't read any of her books. Wait a second. How are you defending somebody? You don't even know her ideology. You haven't even read her books. So you got people who's defending her haven't read her books. So you don't even know what her definition of love. It just sounds good to y'all, but you're defending her and you don't even know what really the deep of what she talking about. Kind of like what these dudes are doing with Kevin Samuels, and so I agree with that. And they talk about, well, you men, y'all was all on Kevin Samuels. I said, oh no, just like there were men that was pro Kevin, there were men who was against that shit. But guess what? They got drowned out. 1, by the defense force, and 2, most of these women, even we were saying Kevin was, why you listen to him? Y'all didn't give a fuck. Most of these women did not give a fuck what we were saying. It's just like with Derrick Jackson. We were saying Derrick Jackson ain't no good. He's on bullshit. Y'all jealous. Then you find out he was a fraud. Then you want to blame the men. I'm like, no. Don't blame the men. No, y'all. We told you he was a fuck boy. We knew that from the get-go. We didn't listen to that shit. Same with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was brought up yesterday. Now we found out he cheated. He ain't shit. Like, no. We got been knew he cheated on his wife twice. 2 of his wives. This dude has been unsuccessful at marriage. This is his 3rd marriage, which kind of go back to what Bomb clowning him over his 3rd marriage. But Bomb, let's keep it a buck. You've been known this dude had marriages. So again, it goes back to, you want to clown him for saying marriage ain't all cracked up to be. If anybody has any license to say that, it's him. He's been through it. So if he want to keep people from having the delusion about marriage, I think he'd be one of the people who should be able to do that. But let me get back to the other topic. What was I talking about? Lost my train of thought with that. What was going on? I think I forgot. But what I'm saying about the whole thing with Priscilla, and I'm like, you've had people like Derrick Jackson, Steve Harvey. Oh yeah, I was saying about Steve Harvey. Now all of a sudden y'all going against Steve. Oh, he just cheated. I'm like, y'all been known that, but you still bought the books. You still watch the show. Hell, Marjorie. Now I come to find out that was his side chick to his 2nd wife, and she quote unquote stole him from her. So y'all been known that this dude ain't no good. But as long as he was dissing these men, it's okay. As long as he was telling you what you want to hear, it's okay. Same now with Priscilla. I mean, so y'all been had your counters to the manosphere. You had Derek Jackson. You had Steve Harvey. You found out that Steve Harvey was cheating. Didn't give a fuck. As long as he was dissing these men. Even with Derek Jackson, Ben was saying that he was a fuckboy. None of y'all women cared. And the women who did speak up, they got drowned out. Just like the dudes who saying against Kevin. Ty was saying he was against Kevin. Ramil, like a Taz or BMT, Information Man. There's been a bunch of men who said, no, we're not with Kevin like that. Yeah, or at the very least, yeah, we can agree with some points he's saying, but the most of it, this dissing women, no, we're not with that. But guess what? We get drowned out by the Kevin Samuels defenseful and these angry chicks. Oh, y'all all agree with it. I mean, had dudes come tell me I'm a Kevin Samuels supporter. I said, bro, I ain't no Kevin Samuels supporter. I don't watch this shit like that. The only time I even hear anything about Kevin is what other people bring. I was definitely against when he was talking with the dude in the pallet. I was like, I'm not, nah, bro. That dude gay. I put live stream saying that, yeah, that dude might be gay. And that bullshit that Jessica S trying to pull, that's some bullshit. And especially when he talking about we should advocate for men to be with men. Hell to the no. No, I ain't with that. I will never advocate men to be with men. Nobody should advocate for that. Now, that's what they want to do. That's their business, but I'm not advocating for it. So no, don't put that on the men. No, you said that to where it need to be. And hell, even all the people in the manship was not pro Kevin. That's how, like, really, like, if you want to be real, a lot of the division of the manosphere was because of Kevin. When Kevin wasn't really representing the red pill or the manosphere talking points like that. When he was around other people that wasn't really part of the manosphere like that, he didn't rep the black manosphere. He may have gave a shout out to Obsidian and O'Shea, but he didn't shout out Donovan Charlotte. A lot of these people. Hell, Mr. Jeff said he cost him money. He was supposed to do a thing with Saint in the Center, and he caused that breakdown. He caused Donovan to nearly fall out with Fresh and Fit. So no, not everybody was pro Kevin. There was a lot of dissension in the manosphere with Kevin. And again, even before he blew up, there was dissension against Kevin. They're like, no, we ain't with Kevin. But what happened when he got viral because of that whole average at best thing, which again, we have to reiterate, Kevin never told her she was average at best. She said she was average at best. He just agreed with her and went from there. She said she was average. He did not. Again, people get that misconstrued. And of course, it went viral, and the women made it viral, just like they do with Priscilla. But now the men are making her more popular than what it is. And I've said the same thing that I said about Kevin, and I've said this on different platforms. Why the fuck are y'all listening to this supposed gay dude? On a side note, we got Tyler Perry talking about what black women should be doing. And I'm like, wait a second, dude, you've been dressing as a woman for fucking 20-something years. Made ton of money pushing black women as victims. These evil black men. Now all of a sudden you want them to date them? Man, get the fuck up out of here. I don't want to hear nothing from no dude who been dressing as a woman for fucking 20 years. Now, if you want to talk to me about business, how to get into the movie business, how to get your own production studio, I'll listen to you. But when you talking about relationships, a man who's still have not succeeded in a relationship, never married, don't know if he's straight or not, nah, bro, you need to sit down. Nah, sit down somewhere, bro. Not you. And the thing, like I said about Kevin, I'm like, this supposed gay dude, y'all listening to him? Why? I mean, there's really many examples that, yeah, he ain't straight. Now, again, I don't like calling dudes G-A-Y. I don't like calling dudes gay, nothing like that. Unless I actually see him with a dick in his ass and a dick in his mouth. Then I'm like, yeah. But there were a lot of circumstantial evidence. The dude in the pallet, the choice of shoe wear and clothing wear. Then he talking about, I need the LGBTQ to come defend me. Then, of course, the whole advocate for men. I'm like, dude, this dude gay. Why are we listening to him anymore? His popularity should have died down after that, but nope, it kept going because these women still want to argue with this dude. And not only that, hell, it rose him up even further. He got on there, Nikki, where he got roasted out the yin yang. But then he did the video with Future, which is contrary to what his message was. Don't deal with these pookies. Don't deal with these hood dudes. You need to be in a suit. He been like anti himself. But I do believe he would have been on a TV show. He would have had his own TV show. Give him, if he would have survived. I think by the end of that year, he would have had his own TV show. I fully believe it. Maybe he would have hosted a TV show. Maybe he would have he would have been on TV. I fully believe he would have been on there. Because I mean, he had a big influence. Hell, they were mentioning him on TV, especially when he passed away. They had him on Fox News. Granted, it was Isaiah Underground, which that's the 11 o'clock. But hey, at least he made the TV. So I give him that. Do I think he had more of an influence than what he had? No, not really. But let these women tell. Oh yeah, he had a big old influence. Dude was mentioning him on a date. I'm like, and you still was on a date with this guy. I'm like, if any woman would mention to me about either Kevin or Cynthia G, that's the last day we going on. I don't want to hear nothing on YouTuber. That ain't happening. But anyway, so to say all this is like Priscilla is not on Kevin's level. If you want to say that, well, Priscilla did it faster, no. She's been working on it 20 years. Kevin was working on it probably maybe 5, 6 at best. So he's done it faster, got here faster than what she's been doing. Now you want to make the argument that they have switched their messages around because last I heard she was a AKA pygmy. Then she turned into going pro woman, whereas Kevin was the same way. He was trying to get the men to get right, but then he switched over to the women. So she's doing the same thing that Kevin did. Then you add the fact that he went through all the red pill channels. Priscilla's going through the red pill channels. But the difference between the two is Priscilla's talking about, well, I don't listen to what these niggas say, but you going on the Lapeef Network, you went on Saint in the Center, Fresh and Fit, but you don't listen to what these niggas say. Charleston White, if anything, I would say Priscilla's more hypocritical than even Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels going on those red pill spaces makes sense, given his talking points kind of aligned to what they were saying until he met Nicki Minaj and Brittany Renner, and they totally destroyed him. But regardless, him going through those red pill spaces makes sense. Now, him talking to Brittany Renner and Nicki Minaj did not make sense, because again, those are not the type of women he was trying to push on these men, fit, feminine, and friendly. I guess Brittany Renner is not. You could say fit, feminine, but she definitely ain't friendly, and Nicki definitely ain't friendly. But you're going on there on their platform. Same. So I guess equally. So they equally hypocritical. They doing it for clout. That's fine, but don't sell me to don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I can smell the piss, and we know why you're doing it. Oh, what? And she tried to make that excuse on Saint in the Center. Well, my fans wanted me to go over there. What? So you ran by your fans? Okay, cool. I thought you supposed to be this high power. You're the boss. I'm like, come on, chick, stop it. So, and they're talking about legacy. Whose legacy? Well, Kevin's video still being played, even though he dead. And you talk about, well, she got books that nobody reads. Even I bet you even her fans don't even read her books. Like, it's like, come on now. So it's like the legacy don't even matter, because if you're not reading her books and none of you read her books, what's the point of the books? Hell, Obsidian got a book. Do y'all know what the name of that book is? I don't. At least with Alan Roger Curry, I know his books. Ooh, Say It Again, Mode One. Damn, I forgot the other one. The Beta Revolution. I think it was another one, but I can't remember. He's more well known for his book, and he been there for about a year. I would say his legacy is more intact than even Priscilla or Kevin Samuels. At least with Kevin, but Kevin's videos, that's going to stand the test of time. We don't really know about Priscilla yet. I mean, let's keep it buck. But again, are they equal? I don't know they equal. I think Priscilla can get to his level. She got a great start. She's doing what he's doing. And if you look at the Lapeef thing, there was a big argument over that. It's like she acts like Kevin. Like, if she don't manipulate the time and people challenge her, she bounces. And then come back and roast the shit out of them. Which I think that's kind of petty, but hey, petty sells. These women want to see it, and these women are lost. That's why I'm like, dudes, why are y'all so mad at this chick? I don't care. Let these women, if they are that fucking stupid to follow this broad, let them be. I'm not. Well, she's spreading misinformation, so hey, it's misinformation. Who gives a fuck? these women is that stupid to follow it, and they don't want to do their own research like most people on YouTube do. Somebody say something, they don't do no research. Um they just go with it without actually reading what she's saying, looking into it. Well, they deserve to get took. Well, what about the Jim Jones thing? And I said, well, those people are weak. Sorry, I don't deal with weak people. And all these women that's following her, they weak chicks. A lot of them that follow them, they weak. Just like the dudes who following Kevin. They weak. I don't got time to weak people. Let these weak people get took. If you that weak and you let anybody, Priscilla or Kevin or anybody, get you so invested in them that you don't even take the time to even look at them, even follow them, then I don't feel no sympathy for you. I don't have no sympathy for you, and I don't have no empathy for you. I don't let them get took. Like I said, those women who's a fanatic for her, guess what? You're gonna easily spout them. And the whole lesbian thing, that's nothing new either. I got women at my job who've done that. And it hasn't ended well for them either. Those relationships were all effed up. All kind of crazy shit going on with these women. Man, I had one supervisor, man. She told everybody, yeah, I'm lesbian. Okay, cool. She lesbian, right. Black chick, fine. I mean, gorgeous. All the African was trying to get with her. I'm not gonna lie. I had a crush on her. I'm not gonna lie. But I knew how to temper myself because again, I I ain't trying to lose my job over no chick. It just ain't happening. Even if it's my supervisor. But I had a crush. I'm not gonna lie. We had a Hispanic supervisor came through. And come to find out, they were doing some things, and her girlfriend caused her to quit and move to another city. So when these women talk about they les and all that, I'm like, listen, how old are you? If you ain't past the age of 40 and you talking about you a lesbian, I don't believe you. I understand you hurt because dudes, and you look at Priscilla's past, yeah, she went through some things. Some of it her fault, some of it not her fault. But you can tell this chick damaged. And if you follow a person who that damaged and you think that this person is going to lead you to the promised land, you a fool and you deserve to get took. Same with Kevin. Two failed marriage, but he gonna tell people how to get married. Dude, don't talk to me about marriage. You can't talk to me about marriage. You can't talk to me about children. You can't talk to me about my marriage. Come on, bro. You don't take care of your kids? No. We can't have that conversation. Same where, well, at least she have a daughter. But again, she's how old is she? Hey, this is what you see on camera. You don't see in the background what happened. You don't see what's going on, how she talked to her daughter out the camera. You're never really gonna know that until she get older. And when she's not under her mama's thumb. Then you're gonna find what the real deal is. Just like with Master P and his son. Just like with Russell Simmons and his daughters. Just like Dr. Dre and his daughters. You will not find out. Hell, Diana Ross and her daughters. Hell, even I'm pretty sure they might be shit about Janet Jackson and her daughters. You're never gonna find out about any of this stuff until these children get older and they not under the thumb. of the parents. That's when you find out who these people really are. Now the thing with Kevin is his daughter was older. She's adult. So yeah, it was easy for her to come out and say, yeah, this dude really didn't fuck with me like that. But you can't say that about Priscilla. Her daughter is younger. You won't know. And it's gonna be fucked up. You find out if something happened and you find out she abusing her daughter and all kinds of stuff. And she's doing all kinds of crazy shit. But I know one thing, don't come over here to the men's side. Well, see, it's y'all fault. No. Just like with Derrick Jackson, just like Steve Harvey. Hell, I even put Brother Polite in that. No. Y'all believed in this dude. Y'all believed in it and her. You want to turn her against the manosphere. You want to use her as a weapon. Just like some of these other pro-black women, black dudes that y'all had, like an honest truth. He up there fucking these women over. He doing his baby mama dirty. Y'all find that out. Don't blame the men. Now that's y'all. Y'all want to follow these people without doing some investigation. And a lot of y'all, let's keep it a buck. A lot of these women don't even give a fuck. And long as she's going after these men, tearing their talking points down, which is really easy. But again, you going to the Lapeef network. Those bunch of fucking clowns. Who gives a fuck? If you trying to get a serious conversation on the Lapeef network, you a goddamn idiot. I don't feel no sympathy for you. You go over there. You a goddamn idiot, and you deserve anything that comes with that. I said before, you got Mr. Fantastic on your fucking panel. Your panel failed. You got Jay Prince on your fucking panel. It fucking fails. It's a fail just off the rip. I don't want to listen to that damn shit. Because they all them fucking fails. All of them were fucking each other, doing all kinds of fuck shit. So if you going over there, I get it. It's popular. No problem. But guess what? Don't come to me talking about that shit. She went over there to have honest conversation. You know how the Lapeef network is. She with the shits. She just, when people would actually challenge her and not letting her talk all over them, now she want to have a hissy fit, just like she did with the breakdown. When they actually challenge her, they were disrespectful. No, people challenge people. Sorry, that's just life. If you don't fucking like that, you don't need to be on panels. She should stay in her own lane. She know what she getting into. I don't feel no sympathy for her. And I don't feel sympathy for these dudes. Y'all keep inviting this chick. Everybody want to talk to this chick. And I'm like, for dudes, we're going to get to the true simping part of this program. This is a great segue. Everybody wants to talk to this chick. And it's like, why? Why do you need to talk to this woman? She's already gave you her position. She's already gave you the layout of her position. Why do you need to talk to her? What? To get clicks and views? Okay, cool. But guess what? You make yourself look lesser. Because at the end of the day, you making her more important than what she really is. And I'm talking to guys. I'm not talking to these women. They already lost. So I don't give a shit. They can celebrate all she wants. But when she falls short and she do some fuck shit to women, don't come over here talking about it's the men's fault. No, that's all y'all. These women talk about they better than these black men. They more educated. They make more money. Which, if you look at the fucking labor statistic, black men still out earn black women by a huge margin. Sorry, that's still the truth. So yes, black women have made great strides, but you're still not overtaking your men. So it's really you're really talking out your ass on a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I'm doing better than these dudes on YouTube. Look, these dudes are YouTube. But guess what? I probably make more money than a lot of these women on YouTube. Because a lot of these women lie. Just like these men lie. Men lie, women lie. But the numbers don't lie. And then here's the thing: we don't know the numbers because we're not looking in the books. Hell, Derrick Jackson said he was a millionaire, but guess what? He got exposed. Nah, he ain't really got it like that. The only thing him and his wife, when they go through their divorce court, the only thing she will be able to split with him is the legs of the women he was fucking. That was a classic line that lawyer did. I forgot her name, but that was still a classic line though. But still, it's like you don't know what these people really doing unless you actually on the books. You don't know how much money she making. Fresh and Fit was supposedly making millions of dollars. They were living the highlight. When YouTube took their partnership away, they crying like little bitches. That's how much these people fucking lie on these YouTube streams. How many rappers, R&B singers, movie stars have all they project this lifestyle that they are really making this money. You come to find out years later, they were broke. They ain't had no money. They had nothing. So when people tell me, Priscilla, there's all this, you don't know. That's what she telling you. Just like with Kevin Samuels, I give you a story. I remember we was on a panel. Me and D. Durrell was on a panel. D. Durrell was hosting this panel, and this guy came up there. I forgot this guy's name. He up there saying, Kevin's this. Kevin made all this money. Kevin worked with Malcolm Jai White. If y'all know who Malcolm Jai White is, a martial arts actor. And he was like, well, Kevin Samuels worked with Malcolm Jai White. So I asked him, I said, bro, did Malcolm Jai White endorse Kevin Samuels? Say anything about Kevin? No. Okay, so how do you know he even talked to her? I mean, how you even know he even worked with Malcolm Jai White? Well, Kevin's a man in integrity. He would never lie. I said, I give up. I can't. I can't. I like you really in that Kool-Aid, bro. I don't believe nobody on YouTube like that. Hey, listen. If they want to say they making all this money, I'm not trying to figure it out. I don't care enough. Just like people say, I'm in this relationship. I run men. I won women. All this stuff. I said, look, okay, dude. One, it's not a flex to me, because one, goofy niggas get with goofy chicks and vice versa all the time. A lot of these women will claim that they can't stand what the manosphere do, will listen to another guy who do the same shit that the manosphere do to these women, but they don't give a fuck because as long as he's going after the manosphere, it's all Gucci. So I don't really care. I don't trust these men. You find out she's fucking stalking a dude and getting his wife involved. And they want to tear this dude down, but you let a dude who fucking pedo around. That's why I said these people are so hypocritical. I can't. It's like I can't take none of these people seriously. I really can't. I just cannot take people seriously. I listen, but then I'm like, look, y'all can say anything. It's cool. You can say anything to me. I don't care. It's like I'm not going to dig deep because I don't care enough. And the jump back to the whole thing with Mackbone, I remember Bomb was like saying like, well, men don't really look into these dudes and how they look and all that. No, because we ain't trying to fuck. So if I ain't trying to fuck them and I'm not trying to do business with him, I ain't trying to make money with him. He's not affecting my check. I don't give a fuck. He can say whatever the fuck he want. It's not my thing. I don't care. Who gives a fuck? I don't care if he can say whatever. We're not looking that deep in it. We can't, because we're not trying to fuck him. If we're not trying to do business with him, We don't give a fuck. Some of these women look way too deep in people when you don't need to. You get emotionally invested. Some of these women get way too invested in these dudes. And to be fair, these dudes getting way too invested. There's some people who just get way too invested in people. Oh, maybe he is what I'm like. I don't give a fuck. He don't again. Just like with Priscilla, just like with Kevin, just like with a lot of people on here. If they not affecting my money, I don't give a shit. My checks come on the 1st and the 15th. My main check comes on the 1st every day. I go look on my now it's coming 2 days early. So when I go look 2 days early before the 1st, my money there. We good, we Gucci, we good to go. None of all this other stuff don't matter to me. Priscilla don't matter to me. Kevin Samuels don't matter to me. These women, what these women saying don't matter to me. As long as my check come on and they can't stop it, I don't give two shits. Really don't. And that's what some people should be, but guess what? They so emotionally invested in people that they lose their shit. Oh my God, Kevin said this. Oh my God, well, he did this to this woman. Okay, but why are you still there? You know how you can really stop him from making that money? Stop listening to him. Stop watching his shit. Well, it be in my algorithm. You don't have to watch it. Click the fucking shit off. If you stop watching it enough, guess what? It's not going to show up. The more you stop watching stuff that you don't like, the less it's going to show up on your algorithm. Cynthia G don't show up very so often, rarely, very rarely shows up on my algorithm. Why? Because I don't watch her. I do not care what she thinks. I do not care what she said. I've been on a panel with her. She do not impress me. She sound like a bitter chick, and if you try to question her, she will try to clown you, and then she will kick you off the goddamn panel. She did that to me and Ty when we was on there on who was that? Who was that lady name? Yeah, I forgot her name. We were on the panel with her. She used to be on the panels. She was running the panel. And we had disagreement about how white men and black women, how their relationship work out. I'm like, man, I don't no sorry, man. What you're saying is some bullshit. I know that. I be around these people. I've seen stories about this stuff. I got cousins who date out. Before in any divestors said anything on this YouTube stream, my cousin used to date out white men. Never got married. So what you talking about? She got to the point she cut the live stream. That's why I said that's why I'm like I don't give a fuck what she talking about. She's full of shit. She don't want to be challenged. That's her right. Again, but why are y'all paying attention to her? I'll never know. Why dudes going over there talking to her? Don't make sense. Same with Priscilla. Why are you even talking to her? You want to cut Priscilla down? Stop mentioning her. Stop talking about it. Her mouth, her name shouldn't even register with you. Like I said, the only time I even talk about her is on these different panels. I don't go to a channel. I only did maybe 1, 2 live streams. And the reason being was I just like the fact how she was making Fresh and Fit look like idiots. But other than that, I haven't really gone to a channel. What she said don't interest me. I know what the play is. She's trying to preach indifference. And she's trying to sell it. She's taking what Cynthia G did, add a little Shira 7, and what the pimps and probably a little Tariq Nasheed, and try to fit it into the neat package. That's all she doing. But people so this is so innovative. No, this been happening. I mean, damn, Steve Harvey been teaching you focus on yourself. Stop putting these men at the center of your life. Cynthia G's been doing that. The Diverse has been doing that. Priscilla's not doing something new. She's just a new girl. She knew how to put it in a package that sound different, and she added quote unquote science with it, but really, it's not really anything new. Y'all just like the fact she going on these channels and trying to roast these dudes up, but that's not even new to be real. I mean, y'all been doing a lot of these women been doing that since the man said begun. So what's the difference? You know, these dudes are mad, and I'm still trying to figure out why they mad. They're like, why are you mad? She doing the same thing that these other women been doing. What's the difference? Who cares? Again, if it ain't affecting your check, what does it matter? But the last thing I wanted to go over before I get off of here, 2 days ago, I was on Wheelock's channel. It was me, D. Darrell, some other people, and oh Jesus, this dude, fucking Dark Lake. This dude is it's just sad to see a dude so weak and lost in the sauce. And it's like, man, when I see dudes like Ty City, younger than me, actually killing it and not caring about what these women think and feel, I mean, you know, it gives me a lot of sadness to see dudes like a Dark Lake who should be on Ty's level, not giving a fuck, but these women get him so heated that he just loses himself. And when men are telling him, hey, bro, you don't need to worry about these chicks. What you need to be doing is going to get power over yourself, for one, then get the finances, then get the political power, get the social power, and then you can attack these women. Nah, he don't want to hear that. Oh, you simp, you a true simp. You older guys who simping. And like, bro, first of all, dude, I'm not no simp. I can tell you, there's no simp here. But because we're not stressing over these chicks, we don't care. We know what they're doing. We know there are bigger things in this world than these chicks talking. Because God forbid these women talking, who gives a fuck? Just ignore them. Who gives a shit? You don't have no power to stop it, so why are you even complaining? Dude thinks you a simp. Now, let me tell you what true simping is. True simping is the fact that you are trying so hard to worry about what these women doing that you are literally fucking yourself out of life. That is true simping to me. Because my definition of simping is that you are doing stuff that is detrimental to yourself and to other men. When you are still worried about what Priscilla do, what these like Rob B doing, Bombcherry, Cynthia G, Nyla, all these other women, when there are bigger problems that you have in this society that is totally against you, that will do more damage to you as a man than anything these women can say, that is true simping. You worry about these women so goddamn much that that you lose yourself. You can't even control yourself enough in public, because this is a public platform. You can't control yourself enough to be able to say, you know what, fuck that bitch. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. Fuck them. True simping is, I'm gonna call her a black bitch and a black hole, and then a minute later, I'm gonna come apologize. That's true simping. The fact that you won't even take accountability for yourself, for your actions. You let this woman say something to you, get you so triggered that you are saying shit that ruins your reputation. A reputation you trying not to have. You let this woman say something that really, in the grand scheme of things, she really didn't say about black men. She was talking about the dudes in the manosphere and the red pillar. I got sense enough to know that, and I'm listening to the shit. So while I'm not offended, I'm not flipping out and losing my shit. She a black hoe and a bitch. I'm not saying that shit to a woman because I don't need to. But because you so weak and pathetic that you let these women trigger you and ruin your fucking reputation. Now everybody thinks, men and women think you're a fucking weirdo. That's your fault. That is true simping. You are going to talk to this woman just to have a fucking conversation. That is true simping because this woman don't fuck with you like that. That is true simping. Me talking to these women, agreeing with some points and disagreeing in some points is not fucking simping. Me saying, stop worrying about these broads and worry about yourself and worry about your money, worry about how you living, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. You worry about that. That's not simping. That's giving you sound advice. Stop worrying about these chicks. Let them run with Priscilla. Let them get took. Let me stop myself before I say that kind of stuff. If they let Priscilla run them off the fucking cliff mentally, that's their fucking problem. And some of these dudes who want to follow her, they can get it too. I do not give a fuck. They want to be fucking idiots and follow this broad and think she's important. That's their problem, not mine. And you as a man, and you supposed to be superior, like some of these dudes want to say, we superior to women, then you are worrying about the lesser being what they doing? When you superior self should have the power to stop it. And you don't. All you do is whine and bitch and moan. I don't want to stop Priscilla. I don't care. Priscilla is not affecting my checks. I get a check on the 1st, and when I do overtime, I get a check on the 15th. That's the only thing I'm concerned with and how I'm living. I'm still in the process of trying to buy a house right now. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get to a place by myself and I can chill. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about what these chicks say because guess what? They can't affect my money. They can't affect my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health. So I don't give a fuck what they do. I'm not going to defend them unless it's necessary, but I'm not going to demonize them unless it's necessary. And that's the only thing and demonizing Priscilla ain't necessary. Demonizing Cynthia G is not necessary. Demonizing these women because, oh my God, they have an issue with black men. It's not necessary. You look weak doing it. You look like a true simp. That's a true simp because you're a fucking moron doing that shit. And you're a fucking moron if you're going to go around letting a woman say something that gets you out of your character, that ruins your reputation. And then at the end of it, instead of, at the very least, stand on the shit. No, you want to apologize because you want to get back in this woman's good graces when you really don't like this chick. Oh, let me be even more vocal. You don't like this bitch, but because you want to get in her good graces, you want to kiss her ass. The fuck out of here. That's a true simp to me. That's true simping. I don't placate to women. I'm polite. I'm respectful, but don't get it twisted. Don't take kindness for weakness. I do not simp for these women. When they wrong, when I feel they wrong, yes, I challenge them. But I don't have to call them black bitches and hoes. I'm not going to ruin my character for any woman on here. I don't do it in real life. I'm not going to do it here. Because, again, as a man raised by a single mother. Oh, yes. I was raised by a single mother. I was with my mother. Hey, Free Song, how you doing, man? Glad for Free Song to be coming through over here. The point of it is, I don't let these women ruin my reputation. I don't let these women ruin any image of me. The image that I have on here is the one I set. And I don't let no woman, nobody ruin that for me. If you allow a woman to do that to you, you are the true simp. You truly failed as a man. If you let these women make you look like a goddamn fool, then you failed as a man. And you go around after you cuss these women out, call them all these bitches and hoes, and you choose to go around backtrack and go apologize to them, you a true simp. You a weak, pathetic man, and you a true simp. Men like me ain't no simp because we don't give a fuck. Again, all I care about is my money come on the 1st and the 15th. And none of these women can stop it. And anyone that tries, I know how to stop them. You think I haven't had women on my job try to stop me, trying to get me in trouble? I stopped that real quick. But also, I got into it with women, yelled at women. I never called them bitches and hoes, but I've yelled at them. And guess what? I apologize when I was wrong. When I was wrong for that, and I didn't make no excuses for doing that. Because what they do don't matter. It's what I choose to do. Just like if I yell at a dude on here, cussing him out, I'm not gonna blame the dude for my actions. If I choose to cuss a dude out, it's because I choose to do so. If I choose to insult a dude on here, it's because I choose to do so. Now, if I get mad and I'm feel bad for cussing a dude out, it's not because I feel bad for cussing the dude out. It's because I let myself get out of character. I let these dudes get to me. And trust me, I don't like yelling at people like that. But guess what? If I feel it's justified, I'm not going to apologize for it. If I said something about the dude, I meant it. And I don't apologize. But you got dudes on here will cuss a woman out, insult dudes, but then want to do this fake apology bullshit. Bro. Take that shit and go somewhere with it. That's some true simp in there. Because if you can't even stand on your own stuff, you are a detriment to yourself and you're a detriment to men. Because that's when I know that you will turn against your fellow man because you can't stand on your own square. That's a true simp to me. That's true weakness. And that's what men see. And that's what these women see. I don't care if these women like me, as long as they respect me. Like is an added bonus, but if they respect me, so be it. Just like at work, I don't care if people like me. It's a bonus, but as long as they respect me. And guess what? I get a bunch of respect. They tell me that I should be a leader. They tell me I'm worthy of respect. They tell me that. I don't ask for it. I don't put it out there. I'm worthy of respect. I've had people higher than me say I'm worthy of respect. Why you ain't a leader yet? Why you ain't a supervisor yet? That's people above me saying that. That's not me saying that to other people. There are women saying that you cool. There are women who come over here and listen to me. Let me on the panels. Hell, I've gotten into it with verbal. I've gotten into it with faith. I've gotten into it with culture. But guess what? You don't hear them looking at me like these manosphere guys. Don't need to. Because I'm not about to insult you. I'm not about to call you a black bitch and a black hoe. Why I need to do that? I know you could be a bitch. But I'm not gonna lose my character just because of you. And yeah, I do yell at them. Don't get it twisted. They yell back. After that, we cool. Still gonna hell. I mean, me and Faith yesterday, and we had a real big bad argument like a few months ago over this biracial stuff. Still cool. Still, even after that, I'm able to go on the panels. And this ain't no flex, but this is just to show you, as a man, I am responsible for my own actions. No woman can make me do something I don't want to do. If I want to call them bitches and hoes, I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna make no excuses for it. Well, if she didn't say this, no, it's me. I control myself, and if I can't control myself around these women, that's a problem. And when men are actually telling you this, we're telling you, hey, it's you. These women are not the problem. It is you. And you don't want to listen. You are a true simp. And these women run you. We're trying, we don't lie. BMT, Information Man, George Macon, Q Butter, Psychothesis, Super Mike, Freeze on Lou, who's in the chat listening. We're trying to tell you, you're letting these women run you. You're letting these women take you out of character. That's what we're telling to these guys out here who want to go after Priscilla, Cynthia G's, and all the world and clowning and crying and bitching and moaning. You're letting these women run you. You don't have no power. You don't have no power over yourself, which is the most important thing. These women run you, and they're going to continue to run you. That's why Priscilla is powerful right now. Why? Because you men make her powerful. You keep wanting to talk to her. You want to pick her brain. You want to try to you want to get the truth out. You want to stop the misinformation. Now, I'm all for going against misinformation. I'm fine with that. But you don't have to talk to her to do that. And some of you guys don't even do it right because you don't even read what she reads. We on that panel on We Online a couple of days ago, somebody asked, well, how do we counter Priscilla? He said, easy. Read what she reads. Learn how she got to her talking points, and then you can counter her. But if you just going by all these snippets and what other people say, you can never counter her because it's not coming from a place of knowledge of what she's saying and learning how to counter her. No, you're coming from a place of emotion. You feel some type of way. That's why you angry. You're gonna get burned doing that. And you can't, if you talking about trying to get actual political power, You cannot be run by your emotions. It's okay to have passions, but you have to control it. As you cannot control it, it will be used against you everywhere. That's the point. That men like me, D Darrell, We On Lock, BMT, Information Man, Q Butter, George Macon, Super Mike, and there's other men are saying to you young guys and even these older guys, you are letting your emotions get the better of you, and these women are using it against you. Priscilla can use it against you. All she have to do, like Will Lock said, is hit record. Listen, we men, we can argue with each other, no problem. But when you going in heavy on these women and you don't have no power to stop them, and all you can do is yell and scream, call them bitches and hoes, and not stand on it. No, you gotta apologize for it. That makes you a true simp, and that makes you a weak man. No, sorry, male. And I don't care if you come from a 2-parent home, 1-parent home, your parents abandoned you. Weak is weak. If you are weak, you are food for everybody. It will be used against you. The police use it against you. Politicians use it against you. These rappers use it against you. These women use it against you. Hell, people in the manosphere use it against you. Time after time after time again. And if you don't know how to control yourself, control your emotions, think with your own goddamn mind, then you are a goddamn fool. And you will be used. And anything you say will be used against you. Again, Dark Lake looked like a goddamn weirdo and a fool because of what he done. And he don't get it. He thinks that we're letting these women off the hook. We're not letting these women off the hook. We don't care enough. It's not our concern what they do. They are leading themselves to destruction. That's their fucking problem. I let weak people fall to the wayside. I don't want to save these people. Let them fall. Let them get took. Let them do what they do. You protect yourself and you rock with the women that rock with you and you protect them. Don't abuse the women that rock with you. You protect them from these goofs, even your own people. Because there's a lot of Mansfield with women that were rocking with them. I can point out Erica Williams. What is that name? Michelle. What? I'm trying to think of that lady name. Nicole Michelle. And these dudes going in on her on both of them. Oh, she fat. She ain't mad. I was like, y'all don't have no idea how to protect, because even if they have a certain issue, okay, Erica Williams, okay, she may not be the best looking woman. That not be the woman that you want to deal with. No problem. But at least have the most decency to protect her. She is rocking with y'all. And if she has honest criticism, take the honest criticism. Same with Nicole Michelle. She had, oh my God, she said one little line and she was being upfront and honest with Obsidian, and they tore this woman apart. It got so bad, even like Tony Maceo, and you know how hard Tony Maceo was on these women. He had to come defend her because of these goofies so butthurt that they can't take a fucking let the shit ride. No, you fucking hurt. And it's like You're embarrassing yourselves. You're not supposed to do that as men. This, if they have their flaws, you address that behind the scenes. You don't put this stuff on Jump Street. You giving your enemies more ammunition. See, these men don't know how to act. They don't know how to. They see, ladies. These men don't know how to act. They're gonna turn on you. I could not blame them. It's just like I've said about coons. They want to. These pro-blacks want to be so mad at these coons, but y'all the one that turn them against them. Your own people, and you don't do nothing to address it. Because y'all don't, we as black folks don't know how to protect people when it's necessary. Yeah, they may be a little off on certain things. You handle it behind the scenes. If you don't know how to do that, guess what? They're going to turn on you. And then you can't be mad at them for turning on. Then you want to get a hissy fit and be like, oh, why they turn? They shouldn't have done that. No, you made them turn. A lot of that shit, why these coons are the way they are, is because this community turns people against them and then get mad when they turn. You turn them into the enemy. That's why I have empathy for the coons. I do have some empathy for SYSBM. I do have some empathy for the Black Manosphere. Why? Because I know how this community turns people against you. I know how they do. This community does that, men and the women. And people want to hide their fucking head in the sand and be like, we ain't done that. Yes, you fucking did. These people abandoned. No, you push, some of y'all pushed them out unjustly and then want to get mad because they turn and they don't want to fuck with you. That's your fucking problem. Just like what happened with Deion Sanders. These people turn him against them, and then y'all want to get mad at him because he went to Colorado State. Dude, killing it right now. He could have stayed here, but these black folks over there didn't know how to fucking act and know how to protect. And so when he got done bad and they didn't want to pay him, he fucking left. We don't know how to protect our fucking leaders. And because that our leaders get done in, everybody else looking at it like, nah, I don't want to be a fucking leader. Look how they do with you. And these other people see this. No, you don't want to be a leader then. Look how they do your leaders. You don't know how to protect people. You don't know. Hey, look, if I got a fucking issue with somebody, listen, you think I don't have disagreements with BMT, Super Mike? Me and Super Mike don't agree on everything. Me and BMT don't agree on everything. Me and George Macon, me and Information Man, D. Durrell. There's a lot of people I don't agree with on certain things. Some things I put on the internet, I put out here. Some things I talk to them, ask a question in the comment section, and not being disrespectful for the most part, but I will address it, and I try to be as respectful as I can. But a lot of us don't know how to do that, and so when these people turn, now you want these are turncoats. No, y'all don't know how to protect people. You don't know how to protect the men. You don't know how to protect the women. And so when they say, fuck this community, I get it. These women want to go out and date other races of men. I get it. These other men want to date out. I get it. They say, fuck the community. I get it. But a lot of people in the community don't get it. It's not just always these dudes were bougie and they didn't really care about the community. No, a lot of your coons used to be pro-blacks. Oh, yes. See, that's the real truth of it. A lot of these coons who were really coons, super hard coons, guess what? They were also pro-blacks. But because people in their group turned on them, abused them, and nobody came around to protect them, that's why they turned. So, like I said, I'm empathetic to a lot of these people cases, but I'm not sympathetic. I'm not gonna call them when they wrong. I will say they wrong. Same with these women. Same thing. When they wrong, I'll say they wrong, and I don't have to be lose my character just to do it. Again, that's a true simp. True simping is that you are doing things that is a detriment to yourself and to other men. And when a lot of you guys just totally just going off the deep end, disrespecting these women and not standing on it, whatever it is, you're a detriment to not only yourself but to other men on here because you ruining the image of black men. Dark Lake is a ruins the image of black men. Jay Prince, Anton Daniels, Donovan Sharp, Obsidian, the late Kevin Samuels, Angry Man. These are detriments to black men. These guys ruin the image of black men. They do it more. They do it more successfully than anything these women can ever do. Because all these women got to do is hit record and show what you're doing. And when men are trying to tell you, bro, you are doing too much, you need to stop, get some actual power, then you can attack the Priscillas. Priscilla would not have no influence. You don't see many Priscillas in the white community. You don't see many Priscillas in the Hispanic community. I'm not saying they're not there. You don't see a lot of Priscillas in the Arab community. I'm not saying they're not there, or the Asian community. I'm not saying they're not there. But you don't see them as frequent as you see in the black community. Why? Because you don't have no power to limit their influence. And again, I'm not saying they're not there. You look at the whole thing with Austin Holloman, how he got ran out by that feminist. That's in Brazil. Feminism is pretty much everywhere. But how much influence they have is dependent on the men. It's not dependent on the women. It's dependent on the men. Feminism here has all this power. It's because of the men. Priscilla, her influence, is because of the men. Your power determines how much effectiveness these women that you say you don't like have on your image. So when I say, yeah, it's your fault, yes, it's your fault. Because you entertain these women, you go talk to these women, you try to hit on these women, which, hey, the hidden part, I'm not even, but the hidden part, I'm not even tripping on the hitting on women part. But when it's clear that these women don't fuck with you and you still doing it, that's a simp. And when they don't give you the attention or the praise or or this submission that you want. Now you want to be calling them bitches and hoes and acting like a child. That is true simp. And then that's bad enough. Then you want to turn around and apologize for what you really felt about her, but you want to say you're superior. That's a true simp to me. Because a simp is a weak man. And it doesn't matter if you liking these women, you fucking these women, or you ain't getting no women at all. You could be a simp in any opportunity because simp is short for simpleton. And a lot of you dudes are simpletons. You don't get it. And a lot of y'all are so stuck in your ways, you'll never get it. And that's why I'd be like, let them go. I'm not trying to change you. I'm just going to call you out and clown you. And I'll be very disrespectful with it because I can't stand weak dudes. I can't. I don't have the patience for them. I'm not getting paid to deal with you. I get paid to deal with weak dudes in the prison. Again, my check comes on the 1st and the 15th. My money is there. So, yeah, I'll deal with them over there because my money's there. My pension is there. I'm married to my pension. And because of my pension, there's sacrifices I got to make. And that means dealing with goofies for 8 hours and 45 or 12 hours or 16 hours. I can do that. But I can't be around weak people and be friendly and be respectful because I know the damage that you're doing to my image. So you will get clowned. You will be talked about. I will insult you because you're not worthy of respect. And if you weak and you powerless, you are not worthy of respect. Just like these women that y'all crying about Priscilla is going to influence, they're not worthy of respect. Let them go. They ain't worth it. If they that bad, why are you worried about them? Let them go. Let them, whatever happens, happens. If they get hit with bricks, they get done in by Priscilla, they get done in by Derek Jackson or Steve Harvey. I do not care. Let it happen. Protect the ones that you need to protect. And that means, hey, if they got a criticism, just accept the criticism and move on. You can debate it. We were having that whole debate on Priscilla. We didn't insult each other. We didn't call each other ain't shit niggas, dusties, bitches, and hoes, and nothing like that. We just had a good discussion, point for point, counter to counter. It's great. Y'all should go check it out. But if you can't do that, and you let just these women say something and get you out of character, you are the true simp. Because a lot of the times y'all need that attention, and so you'll try to apologize and get back on the panel. Well, hell, if you really feel that way about these women, why are you talking to them? Why are you even entertaining them? Why are you letting them even breathe your air? Because if you're doing that, you're the true simp. And there ain't nothing we can do for you except look at you and just be like, you're a clown. It's just what it is. So wrap it all up. Remember, you don't have no friends on YouTube. Because let's face it, you could tell these people all kinds of stuff about you and they will use it against you. Especially if you say something they don't like, they'll use it against you. Don't ever think you have friends on YouTube. The whole thing with Priscilla and Kevin Samuels. Priscilla is not Kevin Samuels. They're not even equal yet. Can Priscilla get to where Kevin Samuels is? Yes. Can she take this to the mainstream? No. Because I give you one quick example. Lonnie Love tried to go against black men, say black men are the worst cheaters. That got shut down quickly. Janelle Monáe tried to push the whole lesbianism and stop dealing with these men. That didn't work either. This only going to work for a certain group of women. Everybody else is going to look at her like she's a fool. Just like with Kevin. And if she's trying to go mainstream, she's going to get neutered. Because at the end of the day, as much as some of these women hate men, as much as these men hate women, they still need each other. And they're going to make sure that bond, whether it's keeping families or making a check, it's not going to get broken by any of you weirdos. So, and true simping, if you are a man and you letting these women get you out of character and you can't even stand on your character, and then you want to apologize later and still blaming the women for your actions, you are a true simp in every sense of the word. And you are a detriment to not only yourself, but to other black men. That's the bottom line on that. Now, I'd like to thank Sexy Red TV for coming through, Tampa Supreme coming through, and Free Zone News for coming through. And remember, black men, be powerful, very powerful, especially when dealing with these people on here, or be powerless, and you will be food. The choice is ultimately yours. And I am out. Peace, everybody.